Howdy everyone, Poacher here with an Age of Magic video, and in today's video we're moving into the next set of rounds for the AI Championship. 16 players eliminated, 16 remain, so we have 8 matches to get through. And in the first one we are versing Juniper up against Rat. We did a coin toss. Rat won, and he opted for Juniper to go first. And as you can see, they have an insane board of heroes, probably the strongest set of heroes we've seen so far in the AI Championships. So very, very interesting. Bans are going to be important. Picks are going to be important. It's all important. So we'll get into it. We'll go over the bans and the selections and talk about what is potentially going to happen. This is one of those rare times I actually get to record this part before the fights. So yeah, I'm going to be quite surprised, but we'll get into it. So here are the bans, here are the selections. Let's go over it. So Juniper opting to ban Thanarg straight up. I think that's a good ban, especially with Arcane and Lascari on the field. Just a good ban. Just a good ban in general. Even without these characters, you do not want your opponent getting a Thanarg. Against top-tier teams, he doesn't perform overly well. But against mixed teams, I think he would be an absolute menace. Going over to Rat, who banned Arcane. Back to Juniper, who banned Danae. Then Rat with Tiona. And we've got Juniper with Wieland. And then Rat with the Argon. We've seen Argon do absolute carnage in the AI Championships. So I think these are really good bans. The probably only ban I'm probably not super duper for is Wieland. I think that's an interesting ban. But it's not my fight. I'm not here to decide what's good or what's bad. So going into the picks, Juniper gets the first pick and she picked Ash. I think that's a solid pick. The only downfall with picking Ash first is they do not have a Claudia Toxic lead, so the blacklist mark is not going to be on the, or the hit list, sorry, is not going to be on the enemy. So it's a lot of damage being taken away from Ash, but I think still a good pick. Going over to Rat, who picked Dracona and Lascari as his first picks, which is really, really odd. I put a bet in before the pick, and I was almost certain he was going to pick Goon and Prook, but alas, he went Dracona and Lascari. Still not bad picks. Very, very good heroes. Lascari loses a lot, though, because she can't life swap with any other orcs. Back to Juniper, who then went Full Metal and Zart. So now we've got a decent tank and a decent healer. I think that was a super good pick. Personally, I might have swapped. I would have gone Full Metal and Kobolok just for the accuracy decrease. But Zart's still not a bad pick, especially with Goon. It's going to allow him to get his abilities off, and that is huge. Slow down on the enemy. The chance to resurrect, he's got a fair bit. Back to Rat, though, who went Kobolok and Prook, so blocking the Prook pick for Juniper. Garen got the Kobolok, I think, a really good pick as well. Accuracy decrease locked in. Back to Juniper, who then went Arik and Shadow and Valar. So she's got the AoE lead now. Not a huge amount of AoE characters selected so far, though. So, sorry, no, I lied. Valar, no, it was Orahime and Shadow. Those were the 2 picks. Funny enough, Valar was actually a sub pick. He made it all the way to the sub round. So there's that, and her final sub was Spear. But back on Rat's side, his final pick after Prook was Cathbad. So he's secured some decent healers. And then his subs were Hylia and Infernus. So some really good selections there. Interesting to see how this team plays out. Interesting to see how Ash performs. I'm really curious. This is the first time we've seen Ash in the AI Championships. So very, very curious. So we'll jump over to the first fight and we'll see what happens. Jumping into the first map with Rat and Juniper. Juniper is going to get the Goon out with the Taunt, so that's going to be big. Dracona leader on Rat's side, however, he doesn't offer a lot to Dark allies, and other allies get half of what he can offer through leadership ability. Lots of damage coming out on the Prook. If they can take out any of the dark character, well, any of the characters, Cathbad cannot resurrect anyone on that team. Oh, no, wait. Can Cathbad resurrect Dragon Kid? Maybe he can, but he's very low. Tops back up. AoE comes out from Goon, taking out the Prook. Bit of brotherly dispute there, and Goon is the stronger brother by far, so it's a 5v4 situation. Heal comes out from Cathbad. It's going to give a bit more life to Rat. Some damage coming out on the Dracona. Dracona, big AoE, finally takes out the Goon, and the Ash, I think, is in his crazy mode. I think that's what the glow around him is, but either way, he is he cannot be controlled anyway. It's the AI controlling. It's a lot of damage now coming out on the side of Juniper. It's now a 2v4 situation. The tide of battle turned quite quickly as the heal comes out from Kobolok. Big damage from Ash on the Kobolok. Is he going to be able to take him out? If they leave Ash, he may be able to do some damage here as he takes out two characters. A 2v2 situation. Another heal comes out from Cathbad, though. That might spell the end as Cathbad falls. Only Dracona left versus two characters. The hit list is applied. Dracona takes out the Orihime and the Ash. And the first point going to Rat. Juniper just being eliminated. Dracona too strong. We'll take the fight over to the contenders and they'll see what they want to do for the next round. Moving into the second round, Juniper has taken Orihime out of leader and put Villar in as leader. So we'll see I forget who she removed from the team, but we'll see if it makes any difference. So now her AoE abilities cannot crit, but they cannot be dodged and they cannot miss. So that may make a big difference. Lots of damage coming out on the Lascari. Will it be enough to take out? Defense comes out from the Goon. Some attacks there. Damage going to come out on the Goon now as he has the taunt up. Are they going to be able to take anyone out? The Cathbad very close to dying, but his turn will come around and he will heal back up. Lots of healing on Rat's side. AoE coming out from the Kobolok, but the accuracy decrease doesn't matter. And hopefully the characters use their abilities. I'm not sure what happens in that situation. The AI, the Resurrect comes out, the Goon back on the field, so the attack will go on the Villar, but then the taunt will trigger on the Goon, so he's going to take some more damage. The Kobolok taking out 4v5 situation. Goon's permanent. He's not permanent though. He will fall eventually as his AoE comes through and takes out the Prook. Cathbad cannot resurrect these characters. A 3v5 situation at the moment. Goon going to die in the coming turns. Ash in his Berserker mode going for the Dracona. I'm not sure if that... Oh, he cannot be controlled. He just attacks randomly when he's in his Berserker mode. So if he went for Cathbad there, bit of RNG would have been massive, but Cathbad does anyway. Goon falls 2v4 situation. Can Lascari and Dracona take out these four characters? They're going to have to aim that Zart, but the Villar has his taunt out. So the Zart is free to cast in the background. Zart comes through, takes out the Lascari. Is Dracona versus four characters. Even as good as he is, I do not think he's strong enough to take out four characters as the second point. No, he hangs on there. He's not dying. He is hanging in there. The second point, as Villar dies, second point goes to Juniper. 1 point apiece. We'll have to go to the third match and see if anyone wants to change anything on their teams. Moving into the final match of Juniper versus Rat, and Rat has taken out his Prook and put in Hillier. So he's running 3 healers, hoping Lascari and Dracona are going to be enough damage to win him this battle. It is 1 point apiece. It is up to this final match to see who wins. Damage coming out on the Kobolok. He is locked down. That's going to... He's going to prevent him from doing his accuracy decrease. Not that it matters because with Villar on the team, they cannot miss. Juniper's team cannot miss and the enemy cannot dodge. So that's a big win, but it's going to prevent him from healing as well, I believe. So that might allow her to eliminate a target sooner rather than later, as Goon is on the verge of dying. He's on the edge of the cliff. He's taken out, but Kobolok dies as well, bringing it to a 4v4 situation as Zart brings Goon back into the fray. And the problem with Juniper's team is that Rat cannot bypass the taunts and cannot get to that Zart, allowing that Zart to just free cast. If they're able to take out that Cathbad, it is a big problem for Rat, especially with Goon. He's there. He's just a character that's going to die no matter what. He can take. He's taking free hits. Every bit of damage done to Goon is damage wasted. He finally falls. It is going to take out... Juniper takes out Cathbad. It's a 4v3 situation. It is still up to Lascari and Dracona. If they can take out Zart, they might stand a chance, but the taunt has come out on Valar again. Going to give Zart some freedom to move around. Hopefully he gets one of his cooldown. Lascari taken out, and it is up to Dracona once again. He goes in for the AoE, still cannot take out the Zart, as Zart goes for the Resurrect. The ultimate, what we call it, bad sportsmanship, just really rubbing it in Rat's face at the moment as she brings the 5th character back. 5v4 situation at the moment as Zart's support ability comes out again. Honestly, Zart MVP of the match. I don't know. Yeah, no, we'll give him MVP. He's just carried this team to victory. Though he has a lot of support, he has got Juniper the 2nd point, Rat 1 point, Juniper moving on. Rat unfortunately eliminated from the competition, but he did not go down without a fight. So congratulations to him all the same. And that is our first round in the second set of fights for the AI Championships. 1 down, 7 more to go.